Tonight on the Bach Boys. You know, they have a saying in Mexico. What happens in paradise starts at Stagecoach. It all starts right now. Welcome to the Bach Boys. In paradise.
Yeah.
We are boys who love The Bachelor in paradise.
First time.
And I'm Ryan S.
I'm Casey S.
I'm Jake C.
Yo soy Alex F.
Wow.
Hola.
Wow.
As Clay would say, hola. Because he
Yes.
says it to everyone. In paradise. This is the best time of the year. We're in the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the end game now.
How Infinity War and Endgame put together in one double feature.
Except bigger.
Yeah,
true.
way bigger. Stakes are higher.
As
more
Ron
more
Howard
deaths.
once told the Chris Hemsworth on the set of that Moby Dick movie, it's bigger.
In the eye of the sea.
It's
very
bigger.
big.
It's
Very
really
big.
big. Huge. It's huge. It's a huge whale, Chris. Gosh. Oh, I guess we'll get into it because we're going to do things a little bit different this season.
Yeah.
The Bach Boys are always reinventing themselves, even a decade in.
Ay caramba.
Exactly. As Bart Simpson would say, and Clay, maybe. We'll see. He's still got a whole season.
Dijo Smijo.
Yes. And
True. Fernando. Very true.
Fernando.
How much Rosetta Stone do you think Clay listened to get to Hola? A couple weeks.
Probably like a couple of commutes.
He probably smashed his head against the Rosetta Stone.
it's the only way he knows how
Mm-hmm.
to, get things going up there.
Because he's a football player. Big basher.
And he had
He's a
CTE.
big bad.
This is great. We get to call back all the inside jokes. But we digress. The Bach Boys is more focused than ever on our brand new bit,
so
which
true.
is power rankings.
True.
Bam, 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 bam. So for your audio listeners, we are going to rank the Bachelor in Paradise contestants, and none of us have agreed on these numbers.
We haven't even shared them.
No,
yeah, we all have separate rankings that we're ready to deliver on this show in the aim of coming together for a consensus pick.
Yeah, we're going to rank them worst to best as far as who is winning Paradise. Just in terms of
Just general terms.
just who's doing the best.
Yeah.
It could be in the public eye, interpersonally, looking ripped on the beach.
Yes.
I think that's what's up for interpretation. There's a
Those-
lot of
it's
variables.
There's a lot of ways
Yeah.
that you
Very
could
subjective.
Those
Yeah.
are all
It's
criteria
us
I've already
coming
used.
together on a subjective list, so it's going to be smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's gonna be no discussions here, unified from the start.
Yeah, it's just we're gonna have to keep calming ourselves by going, "Oh my God, stop, guys! We did it like 8 times in a row."
And it'll be the perfect way for us to talk about all of them.
yes.
So we're
True.
starting with number 21, the worst of the worst. I'm going to announce
I think
three-
it's easy.
Do we all say it at the same time?
No.
Yeah,
what? No.
we
What?
should.
Not,
That we'll just talk over each other. It'll be a bunch of gibberish.
someone say it first. And
Jane.
then I have her tied for last with Dylan.
Oh.
And I'm willing to debate this.
Oh.
Well, as you know, I hate Dylan. Dylan is the worst thing to happen to the Bachelor franchise in
You do hate
years.
It's just such a weird
I have
hill to
always
die
had a
on.
fervent Dylan.
Let me get
anti-Dylan
this
stance.
straight. Dylan is arguably having his best season of all time,
Yeah.
getting at least a little sliver of Hannah G's attention, and he is dead last.
Dude, dude, you know that attention is going away in like
No.
2 weeks.
Look,
No way.
I can.
I think.
But
I
these
think
are
this is like
current
the season-long
rankings.
thing.
Also, where was he? Why did it take him so long to kiss her? That was disgusting. He was literally like, he missed every window he had, and then she like pity kissed him, and now they're like kind of.
You're wrong.
He's like, I
No.
missed you,
No,
and
no.
it's been 3 days. They barely know each other.
Hold on. Let me chime in here. if I
Boy,
may.
this is already. This is great.
I'm going to
Level-headed.
strangle you with this microphone cable.
Don't give me any ideas.
Here's my take. I think I do not have Dylan ranked nearly
Or
as low
Jane.
as you do. I have Jane low, but not that low. So neither
Who's
of them
your
are
dead
my
last?
pick. I'll get to it.
I think
but
that-
I'm going to say that, and that I agree with you, though I do not have Dylan low. I actually have him pretty high. I agree with
Me
what you're
too.
saying.
Where do you have Dylan? Just out of curiosity.
No, we can't.
I don't want to.
No. I think that's part of it.
I have him high up. I have him high up.
I do as well.
all right,
But
okay.
What?
And
Yeah.
for good
That's
reason.
because you guys like Hannah.
Hold
I don't
on.
like Hannah. I'm
I
not
love
into
Hannah.
Hannah.
I have him up high up for good reason, but I can see him falling fast for all the reasons you mentioned. He's a loser, and he's just like he just can't he can't socially get it up. If that makes sense, that's the best
No,
way
he's-
I can
Yeah,
put
like
it.
he gets it up and
I
it's
think
up
he's
there,
just
but nobody
he's a
meets him with
smitten
it.
kitten.
He has
Whoever
erectile
said that.
dysfunction of like social
Yeah.
hangouts, like not sexually.
Oh, I think
just
it's the opposite. I think he has premature I think it's PE.
I also agree with that. Then
Totally,
Both.
yeah,
Either one.
He's long since blown his emotional
Can't
load.
relate.
He's blown his emotional load.
But
all
I
over
think
Hannah.
objectively you can go two ways with the last.
Well,
The other
who
person
would,
clearly
two
can.
haven't spoken. Who
Yeah.
are your lasts?
My last is pretty easy for me, and that's Annalise.
Same.
Oh,
same.
no
same.
way.
I wanted to
Give me
say
a
it at
high
the same
five.
time because I knew we'd have the same.
Let's
So we
Yes.
got two Janes, two
Jake,
Annalises.
Jake, you tell me why. Why is Annalise your worst?
Annalise is the worst. First off, she's like 100 years old.
She's so
She's
old.
so old.
She was referred to as the grandma by
Yeah.
Demi.
Yeah, I
why?
hope she's on her
why
meds,
is she
says
in
Demi.
paradise? She's gonna get
Because
she shouldn't
she's
be in
close.
the sun.
She's close to the end.
Yes.
When
She
that
thought it was her
happens.
retirement home.
Well, yeah, she's actually Norwegian, and when they pass on, they like to be buried at sea. So it only made sense for her to go
They
to
do
this
like a
island
funeral.
nation.
They put her on a boat, start firing arrows,
Yes.
flaming arrows.
Annalise, why are you back in paradise? I want to pass peacefully here with my people.
It is my time.
One day she just kind of wanders into the water. She's like, "It is time."
She's gonna die like Melisandre
yeah.
in Game of Thrones.
I
She's
have
gonna
fulfilled my
wander into
purpose.
the water
Turn
and
to dust.
evaporate, turn to pure dust.
That's just one of the many reasons.
That's a solid enough reason. for
Jane
me.
and
Casey, give me
Annalise.
the next
I
reason.
just think Jane is so unimportant. She
Yeah,
got
can we agree?
booted night one. She poisoned JPJ, and she's
we
obnoxious.
can't brush over that. She poisoned John Paul Jones,
she
you
did
guys.
poison him.
Yeah.
He was puking.
I have her third from the bottom.
Oh,
I have her very close to
no.
the bottom.
I think she's.
Wait. So should we put Annalise? Should we come to an agreement on that? I have Annalise pretty low.
I think she's so bad. I think she is just
And all we talked about was the joke reason.
and she like legitimately she did the worst thing ever by like coming at Clay for like nothing.
That was absurd.
Yeah, he's
It's
3
been
months
3
out of a
months.
relationship. He was so
It's
level.
none of her business. She's never spoken to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
She
hates drama,
And
but is
Demi was
always-
like, she was like, I really didn't want to have that
Yeah.
conversation. Then why did you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got rung up by Demi and then had that prescription talk with Bukowski, which was just like the weirdest flirting I've ever She is just bottom tier.
Yes.
You don't want her on your squad. She's bad.
She's the
bad
worst. She's a
news.
bad time.
bad,
She
bad
sucks.
value for the
She's a
draft
bad
position.
No, straight up though, like that's as simply as I can put it. Is
She's
she
a
is a
bad
bad
time.
time, and she sucks away the fun. She's
No,
just
she is
not
a fun
good to
sucker.
be around.
Look at what she did with bumper cars. She literally ruined bumper cars.
Well, I mean, it was like a demolition derby, but still.
We
She
have
ruined it via bumper cars.
Yes, because as a child she had a trauma with that.
Yeah,
we have
everybody
to
remember
put her
that?
down there.
Yeah.
I love that we get to bring all the classic bits back.
Yes.
These people are so like celebrity status for me.
Yeah.
They're like equal to the Avengers.
Yeah, but like in like hating them.
Well, yeah, they're all trash.
right.
I love the Avengers.
Like if I
We gotta
met
come
these
to an
people,
agreement
I
on
wouldn't
last.
be
Jane's
thrilled.
low. I'm with you, but why don't we put Annalise last and Jane second to last?
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that?
yes.
I
Okay.
think. All right, fine. So that's it.
Yeah.
But and just to
Knocked out
justify
two.
why Jane is down there for me,
Yeah, let's talk
didn't
about it.
speak once all of Colton's season, and now she's the loudest on
She
the
was a
beach.
night
Yeah.
one.
She's the loudest on Paradise Island.
all of Colton's season. Like she had so much opportunity.
Yeah, she never spoke to him, like maybe once.
Liking hot sauce
Yeah,
is not a
spent the-
personality
way too much.
trait.
She spent the rest
Fair.
of the season just talking about hot sauce.
And then poisoning John Paul Jones.
Yeah, that's-
so
Which is
she's-
just unforgivable.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
a hero. Yeah.
Can I
So-
argue that Dylan is third to last?
No, absolutely,
Absolutely
not.
not.
What the heck?
Absolutely
We are going
not.
to shut you out firmly.
I think it's
for
Where
a
are
that.
you
clear,
at,
clear
Dylan?
number 3 that we haven't talked about.
Dylan is going to get screwed one way or
Cam.
another.
Yeah, Cam.
Cam is
Cam
clearly.
is the next
we
one
haven't
down.
talked about Cam yet.
I have
like,
Cam at 20.
I actually have Cam
I have
pretty
Cam
high.
at 20.
You have Cam high?
I have Cam fairly high as well, actually, and I'll tell you why.
I'm interested to hear this
State
because
your
I think it's
case.
probably for similar reasons.
I'm just going to tell you just for sake of reference, I have Cam in 15th place.
Oh wow.
The reason
Lower than me.
the reason I have Cam so high is well, he
can't
he
even-
made out with Kaylin. I mean, like
Oh. Who's also someone who's super high. That wasn't.
Kaylin, you have Kaylin super
No,
high.
I mean, that was sarcasm. She's not.
oh
She's very low.
yeah,
Same.
I don't give him points for that. She's low on my totem
Well, I
pole.
think that the problem
You
is
can't
no,
justify
no. I have worse people that I think deserve to be behind Cam. That's the bigger thing for me. I can't explain. Can I just give you my bottom 5?
Just tell me who you think should come next.
I mean, does that?
Who's the next lowest player? That's what we're going for, right?
So
we said
well,
Cam. Who do you think's next?
I'd argue, Dylan, you guys don't agree.
There's no way.
So my next lowest is Christina, because I think Christina came into Paradise to start trouble, and then like she wasted her own date. She was like, "Oh, this year I'm not going to let the men have power
She's
over
like, I'm
me."
going to make Blake my bitch, and by doing that, she just blew a date card.
What like,
And
she's
then
like,
went for Bukowski.
she's like, "I'm not going to let men have any power over me," and then it's like you literally wasted your alone time on someone. Like you literally just gave that away. That's so stupid. And
I think she has a lot to work out for herself and how she views herself in relationships, and this is not the place to do it.
we used to.
She clearly falls for F-boys constantly.
Wells pointed that out also.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and if Wells is on it as the generational talent he is, then you know we're on it.
Well, they're grooming him
Real
to be.
quick
Yeah.
diversion. Yeah. Batch Boys Nation, this is a hot take. Pay attention. If you're going to listen to one segment, listen to this. Wells is the new Chris Harrison. It's going down.
They're grooming
He's the
him.
understudy.
They're grooming him. They're teaching him how to twist the knife. They're teaching him how to stir the drama. He was like Kaylin.
But
You
still while
have to-
being their friend, you know.
Of course, he's like their buddy. They confide in him, but then he's like, "You have to tell people, Kaylin. You can't keep this secret for him." She's like, "Yeah, I do."
Oh yeah.
Boy, that's a pretty hot take, right? You like that
Look,
take, Jake?
Yes, I do like that take, Ryan.
He seems
Casey?
like he's a proper personality. ABC loves him. He's a golden boy. Him and Sarah Hyland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He will
no, I'm
remain
with
high
that.
profile because of his relationship with Sarah Hyland.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's a good fit.
He ranks at number, letter A for me because he's not a ranked
S tier.
contestant.
S tier.
S tier.
Yeah.
I want to bring it
First
back
in
to
his class.
I want to bring it back to Christina and your thoughts on her.
Oh yeah, I'd like to say this.
We could have done a tier list. That could have been easier. But those are popular right now.
True.
Ever seen those? S through E.
Yeah, I make tier lists every night. It's all the things I wish I had, and then my tears fall onto it.
Very smart.
Nice.
Thank
that was
you.
quick.
That was
Thank
like
you.
olden times humor. Good humor.
Thank you. I actually wrote a spec script for Monty Python.
That was a
Wow.
very Monty sort of era joke. Very nice. Very nice.
I'll bet it sucks.
I'll say this.
Wow.
Christina. Another one for my list.
Look, I will concede to you that Christina could be down
She's
there.
low. She's low.
Well, she
I
used
agree.
to be a Batch Boys favorite, and she's fallen from grace. She's turned into influencer trash.
I had her as high as 9, but I've heard you out, and I actually agree with you. I do think I need Cam down
Why
there.
would you have Christina so high?
Because she's hot and I love her.
Yeah.
I
Straight
have
up,
her.
she's higher than she should be on my list because she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and
but she's
will
just
never,
now-
that'll never change.
She's sniffing around
I don't care.
paradise like
I'm
she's
starting to feel like a real idiot that judged people based on their actions.
I really truly didn't take looks into consideration.
No.
That's not why I have her
Christina's
that
special though.
Doesn't sound
high. I don't want
like
to get looped in with
Well,
that.
you have
She ate
always had
lipstick.
you've had a very special connection with Christina from day one.
Yeah, she's
How
been my
exceptional.
girl, but I disagree with everything she does and think she's influencer trash, but she's still my girl.
That's your girl.
That's your
As my girl should be.
case.
I feel like you guys
I didn't say
are,
I hold myself to high standards.
I will not control women because I can't,
Yes.
Casey.
I feel like you guys are coming at it from a perspective of like everyone gets a new shot and everyone starts at 0. And I'm coming at it like Christina, for me, was a top 5 player in her season before. And I'm seeing her take a hit and bringing her down to like 9, 10, which is where I
it's a
came
different
to.
game.
So, like-
it's a different game. You
And
can't
I'll-
rank.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
seeding
going to
that.
ask. So
I'm
like
saying
when,
I'm
Okay.
comfortable with your ranking. I won't. There are
Okay.
ones I will clap back against. But if you want to put Christina there,
In terms of
I
getting
see
a
it.
relationship out of this, Christina's lowest on the list.
Her actions in this week and every week to week power rankings, what this is,
I think
are
you can
about a
get-
week.
A solid bottom 5 without her name in it that we could all agree on.
yeah, I don't
She
have her
needs
that
to be in my
low.
bottom 5. Well, let me tell you who I got next. Blake.
Blake's
having
is in my
not
bottom
only-
4.
He's come out
I have-
okay, but he's having the worst week of his life.
Yes, agreed.
I disagree
Blake's
entirely.
third for me.
I disagree.
I think he's
entirely. Yeah.
No,
Blake
last.
is third.
Third last.
Blake is third for me. Blake
Third
is
top?
top 3.
Explain
Wow.
yourself,
No
dude.
way.
Look, explain yourself.
Here's why I feel
We're gonna
that
be
way.
here all night.
Because this is for me.
Well, we have to talk about this. This is big controversy.
For me, the top 3 that and the way I'm ranking them has to do with how well they are playing Paradise. And for me,
This isn't
he had
Survivor.
the lowest score you could possibly have until he flipped script with Hannah G at this like cocktail party.
No, that was lame.
I think he saved his season.
That was lame.
No,
By
yeah,
just
it was
being
creepy.
awkward
No.
and uncomfortable and forcing her into a kiss.
I'm talking about having a chance to like stay
Steal?
in paradise.
No-
and,
no
like,
way.
have a chance at love. I think that he's the reason Dylan has trouble this whole season,
In
and
this-
Blake wins. I
in
think Blake
this
wins it with her.
Week.
No, I'm
This week he's had the worst week of his life. It's been blow after blow, and maybe he's gonna bounce back, but that's for next week. As of this week, he's bottom 4 at least.
easily.
Not for me.
Bottom
Not for
3
me.
for me.
I think he's playing
I
really
think though, I think that's fair. That's a fair point for next week.
But you're wrong.
well. I'm also looking at like the top 2 girls that
You're wrong.
I have ranked, or 2 of the top 3, and
You
he's
guys-
taking them out on dates, and I feel like that's points. That's points.
He's been
for my-
absolutely ruined by everybody.
Tasha?
Everybody.
Yeah,
like,
Please,
Tasha's up
Case.
there for me. Tasha's
All right.
doing really well.
3 out of the 4. Let's put Blake at 19.
There's no way.
Who's
Three out of 4, that's the
Cam is
majority
worse
rule.
than Blake.
Who's 20?
No, Cam is playing
Wait,
better.
wait, wait, wait. Who's 20?
Oh yeah, we haven't put. I say Cam. No, yeah.
No.
Jane. Jane's 20.
Jane, it's Annalise and Jane.
Yeah.
We're going real slow.
Yeah.
But we got this.
I say Cam after that.
No, Cam.
No, Cam's higher for me.
What about-
just to
What
streamline
about
it? He's
Onyeka
9.
and Bibby, who have no one?
They're coming up.
They're coming up.
She's my 20.
They're irrelevant, but they're not terrible.
Bibby is going home this week.
I have-
She's already crying for having
Yeah.
no one. It's 3
I have-
days in.
But I have Blake and Kaylin as a package duo.
Yeah, same.
I had Kaylin even lower than Blake because of the texts thing.
Well,
I
the
ha- I
She
have
comes
her
off as
higher
a dirty
than
fraud
Blake.
liar.
I kind of want to address this real quick because Bach Boys Nation. I mean, obviously everybody's up to date here, but there was the leaked texts from Blake about the Kaylin situation.
From Hillary.
Kaylin appears, the leaked server, Casey's private server. They were using it.
My Fahim server.
Yeah.
That's where they were
And-
communicating.
And don't worry, there will be reminders about the donation page later this episode, Bach Boys Nation, if you thought we were going to forget.
Fahim chat.
We've only done 2.
I know. It's hard.
We gotta
This is
put
hard.
pen to paper. I'll make some.
That's because some of your
concessions.
takes are hot.
Go on though. Go on about.
Oh,
Blake
well,
and
yeah.
his
So
text.
Blake, leaked the text. It seemed like there's more to that story, that Kaylin may have been the aggressor in it.
So how
Do
does
I
that
think-
not raise Blake for you guys?
Because he's still
He still
been
had the worst
ruined.
week,
yeah.
dude.
Because we're not
Regardless-
I think your criteria for all of them so far have been very different from what I thought we agreed on about just Paradise, not stuff outside of Paradise.
Yeah, I thought we
and
were
Why
talking
are we
physical
even
appearances
discussing
and
the
stuff.
text?
I'm just
No,
saying that's
I'll-
why
look,
we're having so many discrepancies.
You guys seem to all be on the same page that Blake is like a bottomer for you guys. I'm not.
Even
I'm the outlier.
We're down there. But he's down there.
Who?
You better
Blake.
put Cam
Blake,
next
yeah.
though, because Cam is terrible.
I agree.
Am I outvoted on that?
Yes.
No, I keep saying. I
Why
told
is
you
he
he's
top?
9 for me. He's
Why
number
is he in the
9.
top 10?
I'll talk about it when we get there.
Talk about it now.
Talk about it now.
is
You
it
want
Cam
We
to-
gotta
time?
defend him.
Yeah,
you and me,
because we're-
they want to
yeah,
put him
I
on
want
that
him
third
right
and
now.
fourth to
Yeah.
last.
So-
I want
down
bottom
right
5.
The
now.
middle was really difficult for me. I had a big pot of
did
people
too.
that I just kind of had to throw at the wall and see where they stuck. And Cam ended up in the top 10 just because, either pass or fail. He passes for me. And
Why?
Why?
Cam started out very negatively. He was just a gross weirdo on the previous season.
And
so
this
not-
one.
This
well,
season, yeah.
not taking that into account, and also because we did speak about this, I have only seen the first half of last night's episode and the last 3/4 of this one, so I'm missing a huge chunk of information.
He told
I'm
Christina
literally
that she'd be
missing
a
the
great
middle of the
mom within
story.
the first 2 minutes of
And
talking
he
to her.
asked Demi if her boobs were real. which
Yeah,
was
and then he
weird.
and then he was like, he asked who did he ask what he named your kids? He's like, what would
he
you name
asked
our
Tasha
kids?
that, and then
Yeah.
Kevin came and stole her away before.
Like
he could
he's
answer.
just
His questions
So
are
funny.
bad. He's a
I'm
poser.
with
He's
you.
fake.
I'm with
the
you.
rap.
I'm with you.
the
You saw
rap.
the rap
his intro should just.
I guess-
It was
tank
way
him.
better than any rap he's done.
It was trash.
I liked
That
how
is
it was
not-
produced.
Exactly.
That is not
It
way.
hurt.
No, that does not hold up.
I'll say this.
It
I'll
was
say
better
this.
than how bad
I
it
mean,
was.
that's like
It was-
saying like a little tiny poop is better than wet poop.
No, it's not, because little tiny poops leave marks.
Ain't it the truth, brother? Praise
so it was
Christ.
said.
Praise Christ.
I want Cam down there. I conceded Blake. I want Cam down there.
All right,
I agree.
I will concede, but let me just tell you, I want to say to the Bach Boys Nation, I think part of what made me rank Cam so high was kind of what you guys had said during the episode, was that Paradise is sort of where dorks come to have their day.
I
Like
said
the
that.
But he
loser
hasn't had
guys.
his
having
day.
his
He hasn't
day
had his
getting
He
day.
made out
Kiss
with
from
Caitlyn, and he would never. Cam would never have
was
gotten the opportunity to make out with a Miss America contestant if it wasn't for this show.
True, but
Okay,
she was clearly
former.
just trying to stay on the show. and
Right.
She knew
Yeah.
that
So
he
what?
didn't- yes.
He's a buzzard, and he saw a
Hold
deer
on.
that had just meats hanging off its bones, and he was like, "I'm gonna eat that."
It
And
got hit-
sure
it got
enough,
hit-
the
it
dead
got hit by a
deer-
smaller car, not like a 16-wheeler.
Ryan, where do you rank
18.
Caitlyn? Tell me that.
I think she should
I've
be
got her at
next.
number 8. She's top 10.
Oh my God!
Wow.
This is why,
Caitlyn?
because you consider her an asset, which I clearly don't.
No,
and
not
I
at
think
all.
I think
don't.
she's
Bottom
winning the
5.
game. She won the fight with Blake, and unfortunately, that ranks her significantly higher.
But
than
she's
Blake.
about to, she just got exposed. If it wasn't for the text, I'd agree. But those are
We're
huge.
talking week to week in Paradise.
Those are
what
huge.
Where
this
are
is
we?
this week. This is an important thing you have to consider this week.
That's fine.
I
Yeah,
think-
public eye is
Yeah.
a factor. So wait, we're putting Cam fourth to last, though,
Yes.
right? We all kind of have come to agreement on that.
Oh, Blake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right, whatever.
I'll
I haven't-
concede on that.
I don't need
We're
to
all
fight
not
it.
gonna have the
Yeah.
same rankings.
No, it's
as
all
the
right.
master
No.
list.
Oh, I know
Eventually,
that.
we're gonna have to concede, and I think we're getting good at that.
Yes.
I think Caitlyn should be in the bottom 5.
Yeah. Choose who
Caitlyn.
I'd have next. I
Yeah.
would have
I agree.
Caitlyn next. Because
Just because of the text. Those
I have
oh
her
no,
as
that's not even mine.
first.
Mine is because she spent her whole time there, like,
just trying to sabotage Blake.
yeah,
which-
just sitting here, like, I'm
he's
having
not
the worst
innocent,
time
but-
because this. She's like, now that I've this cloud off me, I can finally like try to like live my truth. And I just think it's all a load of BS.
I kept hearing in the background like big secret, I'm a big secret. Told me big secret.
She just
I'm a big
victimized
mistake.
herself
Yeah, or
over what
mistake,
was
yeah,
a
whatever
simple
it was.
one night stand. And Blake's right. Like,
kind of the
they're
thing, too.
he's single and he owes
Christina's-
neither of them anything.
The whole thing with Christina was weird because she was like, "You really hurt me," and like, or she was like, "You can't do this to women," and he was like, "I mean, I'm like single, like."
It was also like, dude, you're sleeping around this franchise. That's
That,
like,
well, yeah, the fact that he thought
what do
he
you
was
think
gonna,
is going to
like,
happen? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really
exactly.
feel bad about it, but like,
No, I don't feel bad about it, but I do respect what he said about like he's a single guy and like I don't know. Maybe there's more to the story with Caitlyn than we know. But
Did he like?
Well, there is the text, and having that context, it's impossible for
I
me
think
to ignore
even-
her actions.
I think even more. There's probably more context than that.
Right.
Even
but that's still right. What we have right now.
That's why I put her down there.
I
Yeah.
think she
Put her
belongs there.
down.
I think she belongs at number 17.
I had.
Can we
her
agree
at
at that?
I had her at 18.
I had her at
so
19.
She's a
so,
little higher.
I had her at
for
18.
So.
Good for you. You made
Right
her-
around
you
there.
snuck
no, then
your
I
way
pull her
up.
up too. I pull her up too. My average of 8 brings her up, so that's fair.
So
17.
why did you want Cam that low without Kaylin that low? Because it sounds like you had
'Cause
her
Cam
lower
sucks.
than Cam, right?
It
Cam
was
sucks.
Cam and then Kaylin.
Was higher
Right
than
above-
him?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they're both. He
Right.
was, he's second to last for me. Kaylin was fourth to last. They're both down there.
Okay. Okay.
I'll say this. The thing about Blake that I didn't like on the Christina date was that like she was like, "Oh, he wouldn't own up to this mistake," and it's like it wasn't a mistake. Like,
Yeah,
he.
It's not.
Clearly wasn't.
I mean, I think he was pretty clear with Kaylin that like he was putting up boundaries with her, and I don't know what happened with Christine, that stitch coach.
Dude's just trying to get laid and it's blowing up all in his face.
I know.
How about Stagecoach?
Yeah, stage close.
Stage coach, great airtime for stage
Getting the
coach.
best airtime of all time for just what has to be the worst place, hell on
Yeah,
earth.
you couldn't pay me to go there.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, stagecoach sounds horrible.
Honestly-
and I know that our girl Bridge Thoops would never show her face at stagecoach because
No
she a
way.
real one, right, Bridge?
Yeah.
Stagecoach, if
Oh,
you're
hey, Bridge.
Stagecoach Festival, if you listen to this podcast, please put a couple tickets in the mail and then burn the envelope and just spread the ashes over our dead bodies because I don't want them. I don't want those tickets.
Yeah, I really
send
hate that
send a
place.
bunch of tickets to Annalise that she can take into the ocean with her.
Yeah.
Praise
I
Christ.
guarantee you we could give Annalise 18 tickets to Stagecoach, bring all the guys she's interested in, and she would leave single with no one interested in her because she's scum.
She'd just cry and spread rumors the whole time about other
Exactly.
people.
So who's else is down there? Because next for me,
This is
I'll-
where it
I'll
gets
bring out
difficult.
there, Onyeka. Onyeka
Yes,
is
I'll
next
put
for me.
Onyeka next. 'cause
Totally
she's going
irrelevant.
home. She's friend zoned by John Paul Jones.
They made out though.
he's trying to make out.
Who's he
It's
gonna-
3
who's he gonna-
days
who's he
in.
gonna pick?
She was blessed by
I can see
John
him.
Paul.
I can see him
her.
picking her. Yeah.
He'll keep her. No, he said like
That's why she's
I
a
don't know
little
what
higher.
He said I don't know what I'd do without you here. Like for sure. Like because they're buddies and they talk and they hang and
I think he'll pick her. I think Bibiana is in a worse place, who just hangs out at the bar, talks to Wells, and is like, "Why does nobody talk to me?"
I have Bibby right above her.
so let's switch them. I'm with you. We should switch Bibby and Onyeka and they're the next two.
Got it. Yeah,
Because
I
Bibiana's
agree.
going home.
Yeah,
And
Bibiana was my second to last, so
right,
I'm
let's
down
put
to
her
get
in.
her in there.
So we'll stick her down under
Stick her
Onyeka.
down.
And that's because she's just like the worst. She's like so sad. She's just a very pessimistic, like.
Clearly is not for her.
No, this environment.
Everybody
she
likes
can't
her, but
put-
nobody like wants.
I know,
to,
but I don't know why she keeps pursuing this influencer life. If it's clearly so like poor for her
Not
mental
about
health.
influencer life. Like, I don't know if she influences on Instagram, but I know that she does not know how to put herself out there in a romantic way.
Yeah.
And Paradise, I mean, 2 times in a row, she's just been unable to do it. And it's funny because I watch a lot of people come on the show who are like kind of more reserved, and then like at the end of the season, they're like, "You really taught me how to like let my walls down and like be open." And a lot of times I see it, like I believe it. Like Hannah specifically, like I think really opened up from her time on Colton season to being the Bachelorette. But Bibiana has never grown. She's never progressed. Like she's
Right.
just the same reserved, like afraid of the process person she was when it started.
I agree.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah?
No,
Psychology
100%.
minor.
Yes. As a psychology minor, yes. Yes. Now that it is my turn, I say yes.
Yeah, I agree. Put her down there. She's failing miserably at the game that is not that hard to play.
The game of
Onyeka,
show.
and Onyeka gets negative points for me for just stirring the pot with Kaylin.
That's what I'm saying. She did no research and just took any gossip to come her way as like something worth fighting for, and it's just like toxic to the show. There's always people like that who just make the fires bigger,
Yes.
and they have no horses in the race.
like Daniel McGuire to Chad. Like how he was his little henchman and whatever
Yeah,
Chad said,
exactly.
he was like, yeah, you tell him, Chad.
yeah.
God, Chad's been great on social media, by the way. We can't even like read the things he's been tweeting.
they are great.
They're
They're
funny.
funny.
fire.
They're funny.
Check out
I
Chad's
laughed.
reply to Dean's tweet about Blake. We could read it, but we'll have to bleep it.
We agreed. No.
Unless-
No,
No, psychology minor, no.
that's his spoke.
No.
Well, yeah. Once it's been diagnosed as psych minor, we got to move on.
I
So,
want to talk about who I think should come next.
who do you think comes next?
Well,
'Cause
I just
my
have
whole
a
thing's
question
screwed
real
up.
quick. At what point do we say who our tops are so that it's not just kind of a bum reveal to be like, okay, well, there's 3 left and we're at number 3? I think it'd
I
be
think we
fun
could
to
take
out
a-
loud be like, number 1 is...
You want to give your top 3s right now?
Yeah, and then come back down
Yeah.
the ladder.
Okay, fine. This will
Okay
be a
with
fun
that.
twist.
Wow,
Okay,
interesting.
Batch Boys Nation, this is a segment called Top 3s.
In the middle of our race.
Surprise. And a surprise
Yeah.
plug. Go to batchboys.net/Fahim to donate, you guys. We need money. It's coming in troves. Paul T, massive donor. We really appreciate it. It's helping in the fight against Fahim. He is after us for a website we never wanted, batchboys.com. We have batchboys.net because it's a lot cleaner and stands for
Nation.
Batch
Batch
Boys
Boys
Nation.
Nation.
110%. So, Fahim, bye-bye. We don't want nothing to do with you. And you know what keeps them away? Money.
Yes, but we need a place to keep all this money you've been sending us, so we need a big safe. A big safe that can fit 4 boys who love the batch inside in the event Fahim breaks in.
Yeah, the estate. Casey's made our location too public.
True.
We need to go off the grid, you guys.
We're getting so
we need
much
a panic
money.
room.
We're getting so much money, but no money at all. So
We need a
please
panic
donate,
room on
'cause
every
we have
floor.
No money.
All the money you've sent us, we've put into this safe, into this panic room safe, where we will keep the rest of the money you send us to stop Fahim.
Your money
We
is
want to
safe.
fill up our pool.
Yeah, that's
Your
right.
money equals safe. Thank you, Batch Boys Nation.
We've withdrawn. We've withdrawn all the money from our offshore banking account on Catalina, and it's all in this big safe on the Batch Boys
Offshore
estate.
bank.
The Wells Fargo and Catalina.
Our onshore bank account in Santa Monica.
Yes. It's safe. Thank you, guys.
So yeah, and follow us on Instagram.
Wells F.
And be sure to donate. It's real. We'll shout you out like
All
Paul
right.
T. He's a huge donor.
I'm excited. I want to hear about the
Are we
number
going 3 to
ones.
1? Are we going
Are we
1
going-
to
let's
Let's
do
3?
get prize plugs over.
Let's do
Instagram
three.
Yeah.
at the Batch Boys.
Yes.
Follow us. Make
That's
sure to
where
follow
everybody
us.
else is following us. Don't be the odd one out.
Nice Paradise Cup.
Thank you.
We're going straight viral, you guys. million views or something on that Tyler video
Oh
we
yeah,
posted.
millions.
So make sure
Millions.
all those millions of people freaking follow us. Tell them, yell at them.
Yeah, that's like the whole population of like I don't know Africa or something. Like you want all of Africa to not know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, find someone tomorrow, yell at them on the street. Hey, you listen to the Batch Boys, you do it now, and
Them
make
Batch Boys.
Sure.
And tell them to
Batch
follow
Boys.
us at the Batch Boys on Instagram and donate at batchboys.net/Fahim. So, moving on.
We're going 3 to 1.
Let's go 3 to
Top
1.
threes. Top
Let's
threes.
go 3 to 1.
No. Why don't we just give
I
them
think we should-
randomly? Just give your top 3.
What?
That way, it's still a surprise when we get to the ranking part.
Oh. So
Or no?
Well,
No,
yeah, it's
'cause
going to be
there's
hard
tons.
to say no
All right, fine.
particular order.
My top 3.
Go, yeah,
3 to 1.
Sure.
3 to 1.
I'm gonna go 1 to 3 because I think
God,
it's
I
better.
think 1 to 3 is better.
Okay.
Why? Okay.
Fine.
My
okay,
number
3 to
one.
1.
My
I changed
number
mine.
one.
I like 3 to 1. I like 3 to 1.
3 to 1. You're
3 to 1.
outvoted.
You're
You're
outvoted.
3 to 1.
All right, fine. Well, I wanted
3 to 1. You're outvoted 3 to 1.
I wanted to do fine.
Doesn't
Let's
matter.
count those votes. Should we count them 3 to 1 or 1 to 3?
Recount.
I wanted to save my number 3 because I think it's gonna be the biggest surprise. I got Bukowski at 3rd place, man. Bukowski,
I have him at 4th.
Bukowski is winning
I have him.
Paradise.
I have him
dude.
high, but not that high.
I'll tell you why. Because
I have
Bukowski,
a, okay.
Bukowski is the Nick Viall of this season.
Mhm.
He's been there before. He's wiser. He's like kind of. He's like the coach. Like,
He's older.
I thought
he's
he'd be
older,
a fool, but he wasn't. He's only 2 years older
He's
than Blake.
older. He's older. He's
Yeah.
older than them.
Yeah, but he's not a grandpa. 'cause
I'll tell
he's- he's a man.
Here's the thing. I will concede him up high because he is killing it, but I brought him down significantly for associating himself and kissing Annalise,
Right.
which
everyone,
is just gross. And
you
bad.
have to remember,
Bad move.
everyone is trying to make out. Like you got to forgive John Paul Jones for making out with her naked. You got to forgive Chris
I have-
Bukowski because there's only so many people on
I have
Paradise Island.
Bukowski
Yes.
at 7, but I'm willing to put him in top 5.
Yeah, look, Bukowski, there's no one
I
here
had
that
him at
Bukowski can compete with, but he's not leaving the island just because Annalise sucks.
No, I think he's gonna be around for a
No,
while.
Bukowski.
Exactly. I'm not saying he's using her, but he's
playing the game. He's
Yes.
playing the game. And because he's been on the show like 400 times,
Yes.
he
and
knows
he's
the
trying
game.
to get off.
And it's funny because Blake, it was funny watching Bukowski like talk to Bukowski was talking to Derek about like, oh, I've been on the show before, and Derek was like, oh yeah, like when I was on Paradise, and it was like, oh, look at you trying to fit in with Bukowski. That dude's been around for a freaking decade. Also, just so you know, he was like a huge scumbag. Like in
Really?
the seasons you didn't watch, like yeah, he was. Dude, he
Yeah, I
showed
know
up.
nothing about it. I just remember he showed up the last. I saw
Andy
whatever
Dorfman.
last one he was on. No, the last Paradise he was on. He was just hammered or something.
Oh yeah, well, dude, he showed up uninvited to Andy Dorfman's season.
So
like
Nick,
he was
Nick
on.
Viall.
Oh yeah, he did that
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
Caitlin.
Caitlin,
And
that's
then
so
stayed
right.
forever.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Him and Nick Viall are basically the same,
Yeah, that's a
except
good comparison.
Chris is just coming.
Does anybody
out of
else
his-
have a different 3?
Oh, and then
Yes.
I want to hear who else. I want to hear the other 3s.
Yeah.
Who are
So
people's
he's
3s?
only-
I want to. Are you? Did you?
No,
get
that
yours?
was it. I thought we were gonna do all 3.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. What do you want to do? All threes,
twos.
all twos,
Yeah,
all
all threes,
ones?
all
I
twos,
think
all
our
ones.
top 2s are the same.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
Are we moving on to 2? Or are we doing
No,
3
I want to
still?
hear your
We're doing
3s.
three.
Mine was Blake, which is now irrelevant.
Oh, wow.
So let's move on.
Okay.
Your guys' 3.
Alex.
Demi.
Oh, really?
I have
Okay.
Demi so much higher.
She's
Same.
my number 2.
2. Yeah. I have
Oh,
those
yeah.
too.
I'm cool.
I think
I'm
we
cool
probably
putting her
have
at
the same
2.
Because we
ones
know who
and
number
twos.
1 is.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy.
No, we don't.
Yes. Yes, we do.
We'll say it on 3.
No,
1,
wait.
2.
Right now?
wait.
Right now?
Us 3 because
Yeah.
we know who we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Demi.
1, 2, 3.
John Paul Jones!
Yeah.
John Paul Jones is
absolutely
winning
John Paul
Paradise,
Jones.
dude.
Easily John Paul Jones.
Because
He's
Demi,
so much fun.
Demi, I will
He
detract
is
points.
Paradise in a person.
I'm going to detract points from Demi just because she's stirring the pot a little bit. John Paul Jones is minding his own business. He's having the time of his life. He threw up a taco and then said, thank you.
Yeah.
Look, he started talking about how he's close to dying and entering the gates of hell because he wasted a taco. He's incredible.
Yeah,
How
but he
does he-
said
he
it
has
the
as
best
Edgar.
Spanish
That
on
was
the island?
the funniest thing he's
He has the best
ever
Spanish
said.
on the island.
But I would seed him 2. Here's my case for Demi at 1. Whether or not you guys listen to me,
You're
right?
wrong.
No, I mean,
She is the
I'm
queen.
with you.
He may be the king of paradise. She is the queen of paradise.
They put the crown
and
on
I
her.
have the queen of paradise number 1 because she clapped back at everyone's, like, she just cuts through everything. The only knock on her, period, is that she's, like, kind of touching Derek.
Yeah, this weird thing with Derek.
Well, that's going to burn away the second she starts her awesome, like, lesbian love affair in paradise. But
that is such
just-
cheese. They're milking this for.
Oh, yeah. Of course she knows that this woman's going to come.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they've
with
staged
Demi,
that whole
yeah.
thing. Well, yeah, real quick. They're totally like gonna stage like this invitation of her girlfriend or
for
whatever.
Sure. And she's
And
like,
it's
what?
like, but it's like that's not like normalizing sexual fluidity. It's making this weird television event out of it, like it's some kind of spectacle. Like I don't think.
Are you
that-
completely ruling out that Demi may ask for her to come down and like ask the producers of that?
I
no
still.
way.
I'm not. I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about just like structurally in the show, like. They're not making it out to be like this normal thing. Like regardless of who invites the girlfriend, like they're like, "Isn't this crazy? She's kissing a girl on TV."
I agree with that, but I'm not surprised by ABC being behind the times at all.
Yeah, but I guess that's I don't know.
I'm not holding that against her. Queen of Paradise.
I'm not holding it
my
against
number
her.
one.
I was just saying.
You guys got me 3-1. I won't fight it.
I think she's a clear number 2 within the mutual ranking, but
Yeah.
I think it's JPJ number
Who
1.
do you have at
Who's
number
your
two?
number 2? Yeah.
JPJ.
Okay.
He's
So
my
we got
king
top
of
yeah.
two.
He's
Why
my
don't
king
we
of Paradise.
just tie them
but-
as King and Queen of Paradise? I'd ship them hard. I wish they would hook
we
up.
have to do.
I think aren't they gonna
or
run in
two.
the ocean, or did that already happen when he was in his white? And
No,
red?
that's Annalise. She's gonna run into the ocean and not come back.
But that wasn't my number 2. Demi was my number 3. My number 2 is Hannah G.
Oh wow, I saw that coming.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a heck of a
Hannah,
pick.
Hannah G's a top class professional.
Yeah, she's
I
very.
got her at
she's
6.
she's.
I'd put her at 3 because I think she's killing it. She's got the
I
2
agree.
most eligible bachelors there, in terms of Dylan and.
Well, wait. Here's the thing. Now
What?
that our top threes are like we talked about them, I think we go back to where we left off.
We haven't decided the third one though, as a group.
Well, we've all said who our picks are, and
I
I think
didn't.
that they're all pretty close.
So you want to keep
Oh,
going bottom up?
I think we should.
Yeah, I mean, I got Hannah G up there as well. I think Hannah G rocks.
Who's your?
I agree.
Who haven't you said?
My third,
Who's
Who?
your third?
Clay.
I
I
have
have
him
him
at
at
4.
See, you and
I
I
have
swapped
Clay at
3s
7,
and
but
4s.
I
and
love
I had a
Clay.
feeling we
Yeah.
did.
No, here's the thing. Clay is the king of paradise because
He's
he
killing
had
it.
drama and arose over it very eloquently and
Like a
it
For
For
someone
wasn't
with
drama.
CTE, he was really, really.
Yes, for being as deeply fried in the brain as he is, and with his complete lack of understanding of the English language, and faux confidence
or
in his
any
Spanish.
sort of emotional inflection in his voice.
He's just like this big buff Winnie
He's
the
a
Pooh.
big basher.
Yeah,
He's very
harmless.
He's very cute, but he's very strong.
Yes, just like Winnie the Pooh. What do you
Yes.
think happened to Christopher Robin?
That's
Christopher Robin.
Yes, Chris
Where do you have
Robin.
Clay, Casey?
I had Clay at 7, but I'm happy to move him up. I think
4,
Clay has
4,
done
3.
really well.
We had him at 4, Ryan and I, and you had him at 3,
Yeah.
Jake.
I did.
I feel like
And then I had Bukowski at 4, which Ryan had at 3.
Here's the other players I want to talk about up there, though. I love Tasha, in the top 5, and I love Dylan.
I
in the
agree.
I
top
got
5.
Tasha
I agree.
at 10. She's top 10.
Tasha 6
I
for me.
have Tasha at 6.
Okay, cool.
I have Dylan at
Well,
5.
then
have
why
Dylan
don't we
up there
just?
as
It
well.
seems like as we work our way up now, we're pretty aligned.
I
so
think
let's
we're gonna
go
meet
back
in the, yeah.
Yes.
to we're at.
I think
21,
it's hardest,
28,
like, kind of in the middle.
17, 16, 15. We're at 14.
No, we'll get. I think going worst is a good way to go. Because saying who's worse than someone else is pretty easy on this show.
Yeah.
That's the more the evidence we're getting.
I mean, I'm
I'm
petitioning
glad we
for
did that, though. That was
For
a
Christina,
fun way to keep that going.
yeah, I want Dylan or Christina down here. You
Dylan,
guys.
I would not put there. I put Christina
Yeah,
there
there's
over
no way.
Dylan.
Dylan is
Would you
killing
put
it.
Christina here for me, please?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have
Yeah,
Christina
I'd
at
put
15.
I'd put
so
Christina.
she's
Let's do it.
already
Let's
lower
do it.
than
Christina
where
has
we're
no
at.
prospects.
14, Christina.
She has no prospects, and she's turned into influencer trash. So,
But then I want to tell you who I want after Christina.
It's festival season.
I want
Stitch
Sydney, because Sydney's
I
boring
agree.
and useless.
She's
and
just
she,
middle of the pack.
Yeah, she's just average. Let's put her at the mean.
I've got her at 11 on my list.
I have
got
her
her
at 12.
13.
And
Okay.
that's
I have her at
exactly
six.
where we
right.
are.
Floating
So we're right
in
there.
So
Sydney.
13.
I did
Yeah,
have
Sydney. Just
Dylan-
to
The
elaborate.
male version of that, Kevin.
Yep,
Yes.
he's my
Yes.
next pick, 100%. So we can go Sydney, Kevin, right back.
I
to
had
back.
Kevin at 14.
I actually have Kevin
so
at 7.
I have Kevin
Explain.
at 15.
Kevin at
Explain.
7.
I have
Changed my
Kevin
mind.
7. So
Kevin's
Ke-
a 7
here's
and
why I have
Ben
7
10.
Kevin is because Kevin, I didn't really notice, but apparently came into Paradise very strong. Literally, he buffed up real hard. He
Oh, yeah.
committed super
Said he worked
hard.
out 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah, like fasting
he not
and stuff.
work?
I
Well,
don't
that's
know
what
what
he
he
did.
did.
He doesn't
but
work.
This isn't the only reason, so I do want to blow through it. He came to win. He came to play, or at least, whatever. And he's not eloquent. He's stupid, so he's not very high.
But it's not.
But
the results aren't there.
not yet. But
I'm sorry. Where was the thing that you liked about him?
I like that
You're just
he's
talking about his big old
here and
muscles.
he's happy to be here and he's ready to be here. And
I just think he's middle of the pack. It just seems like.
I mean, yeah, sort of, but like I don't know. For someone that started as like a super nobody, I guess I am.
But
a little
who's
bit
his
looking.
prospect? Who's he
He's got
like
nothing.
lining up to date?
I mean, it's week 1. We haven't even had a rose ceremony. There's like 1,000 more
this
people
is just.
coming.
But yeah,
and he
but this
stays
is,
till next week. So
yeah, so he
I
has
have-
a rose.
Yeah, but more guys are gonna come next week, and then he's screwed. Is someone gonna pick Jordan Kimball over
I don't think so.
Kevin?
I think Kimball's going to be a.
Nobody takes him seriously,
No.
which
A
I don't
little
get.
one-hit
He's like
wonder.
my favorite, and he's a big fan
He's
of the
kind
Bach
of
Boys.
He's kind of a
Yes, he
dick,
is.
but
I'm gonna
I
take
like
this
him.
moment to shout out Jordan Kimball. Jordan, listen up. You've liked a lot of our posts. Okay?
Listen up.
Listen up.
Jordan?
Hey, I see you
Hey.
falling asleep over there.
Hey, Jordan, are you texting?
Wake up.
Put your phone down.
You're driving.
Yeah, you're driving, and you got boys in the back seat of that car.
Sir, this is an Arby's.
Listen, Jordan.
Jordan, look out!
We know you haven't actually listened to our show. You've only liked some of our posts.
Yeah,
dank
but now that
posts.
this is going to be our first audio Insta clip,
You have to like it, and you have to like become a huge fan. So, yeah, we're turning audio Insta clips into an official segment just for you, Jordan.
yeah, literally anyone who listens and doesn't like this, it's because of Jordan, and he's famous. So sorry.
Yeah, like what are we supposed to do? Our hands are tied. We have to shout out Jordan.
Yes,
He's famous and he's cool. Name one thing that you like about Jordan in a circle.
Hair, his hair.
He's got good hair. You're right. Alex.
Can I go again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
keep
His
going.
muscles. I love his muscles.
He's got good muscles. I like his model poses. He's really good
Yes,
at posing.
good.
Yeah.
I like that he's goofy and like makes up
That too.
Idioms.
He's got good roasts.
Yeah, he's the
Yes.
king of sound bites. I've
Yes,
said it
there
before
it
and I'll
is.
say it again.
And so we're offering up the sound bites to him.
Nice.
Jordan, this one's for you. So
This bud's for you.
This pod's
For all
you.
you do.
for that thing you do.
Anyways, so Kevin,
I think
Kevin,
it's Kevin.
are we
He just
putting him
seems
low?
middle of the road?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to concede that.
Yeah,
Fine.
he's not really someone worth.
Nope. No,
We'll
he's
see.
not,
We'll see what happens next
which
week.
is why I didn't.
so my next suggestion, who I have
I'm
down
not
there-
putting Dylan any higher than this, you guys.
No.
I
Bro,
changed my mind.
I have
he's gotta
Dylan at
go
13.
higher. He's
Please.
got to go higher.
He's got to go higher.
Because
Dylan-
no, you're basing
He
all
has
of your
a chance.
rankings.
He has a
Dude,
chance to
Where do you guys have
be a
Dylan?
committed thing with the most sought after woman on the island.
Yeah,
No,
he's got
by
a
where
you
do you
chance.
have
guys.
him?
By you
5.
guys.
He's not. It's
Case,
universal.
where do you have him?
Kennedy's top prospect besides Demi.
Everybody was
who's
obsessed
not,
with Hannah G. Most of those dudes went to the island there to. Blake
The
went there for
heaviest
Hannah
hitter.
G.
You can say
Wills
it.
went there for Hannah G.
It's an island.
Yeah,
They're
she
on
has,
Paradise Island.
She has the most
I'm just
people
calling it
on
down.
the
I don't
island.
know.
No,
You
we
have
all
to.
do.
She has most people on the island interested in her, and that counts for something. And he's right now doing the best.
So where
As
do
of
you
now,
have him?
I have him at 5,
You
I
both
agree.
do.
I have him at 5
Okay.
as well.
Where do you have him?
13.
and I'm okay
You've
with
already
him
passed
being
him.
He
lower.
was my second to last. I just hate him. I mean, he was not. You look at the way Wills handled that situation with Hannah. Like, granted, Wills was like a little too aggressive, but the fact was like banter, hit on each other, kiss.
But she
Dylan
turned him, she
missed
turned him
that
down.
boat. I guess.
So here's a thought.
I think you're gonna eat crow on Dylan. I think he's gonna.
I'll
I
eat
think-
crow for
we'll
lunch
do it.
tomorrow. I don't care. Cook one up for me.
I'll go to the nearest crow burger.
No, I do think Dylan's coming for a sweet demise, but not
I
yet.
don't.
Right.
This week he did well, and he got the
Did he,
hottest
though?
start. in
I
He's
Paradise.
think they
very
are the it
uncomfortable to
couple of
watch.
this season.
I don't know. It's presumptuous,
Okay,
but we'll
yeah,
get
you're
there
wrong
when we
about
get
that.
there.
They're not the it couple.
I think they will
The
be.
way he's going
You're
about it, though, so the ends
The hill I'm gonna die
justify the
on.
means for you guys with Dylan. The ends, he's with Hannah, they're kissing. It makes up for him being super uncomfortable and awkward.
Exactly.
And
Yes,
getting like
Here's my.
low-key, like,
You ready for my
cucked.
example? You ready for my trump card right here?
Yeah. Speaking of,
It's Evan being a disgusting creep to Carly, and now they have like 2 babies.
Bro, that's not a winner. Evan is
It
that's
is a
that's
winner.
not
loser.
doing
It's a
well
win.
on Paradise.
It was.
We
it was
mocked
for
These
him.
are the
Evan.
ones that got engaged.
Bro,
Look,
you were the
you're
one.
putting.
What is the ultimate
You
prize
were
of
putting
Paradise? It's an
Hannah is
engagement
for you.
He
True.
got one.
It's true.
You're putting
no,
Hannah
you're
way
biased.
too
I hate
high up.
Evan.
She's
He
skewing
got the
everything for
prize.
you.
Here's the thing. You would not have ranked
They're
Evan by
literally-
his standard.
Are they?
You would not have ranked Evan by this standard.
Not this point.
I think
No. Because Carly's not that awesome.
name another
the point-
couple that's been getting more airtime as a couple, not as a dramatic thing.
A lot of bad things get airtime.
Yeah.
Need I go on?
Look, I'm just saying I'm willing to concede him to be lower than 5. I am not willing to concede him this low. What are we at? Like 13?
We're at 11.
I had him at 13. Ryan had
I
him
need
very
him top
low.
10.
Yeah,
There's
I
literally
agree.
no way he's not top 10.
I
Here's
agree.
the thing, though. You mocked him openly for like him being weird and like burrowing into pillows and not
I
being
do.
smothering her
I
every
still,
chance
I
he
still
gets.
do, but
Still
you know
winning.
what? Maybe here's
Dude,
Jake,
he said I missed
ends-
you
he's
to her
grocery
after
store
an
Joe.
hour on the third day.
the ends
He doesn't
justify
like
the
grocery
means.
store
The ends
Joe.
justify the means, and here's why. Because she turned down Will's for him, so he won that battle, and then he's probably gonna lose to Blake, but not yet.
I don't think
She's
he is.
still her needle is still pointing
I
toward him. He's her number one suitor right now. He's number one on the
But
depth
again,
chart.
you're only
Ends
basing
do justify the means.
his ranking among other people's rankings based on where you have Hannah.
Absolutely, I am.
She isn't the North Star to guide everyone's performance.
She is besides Demi. Yeah.
So what?
I just disagree.
Derek gets a good rank because he's hooking up with Demi. Derek should be. Derek
I have Derek at
should be
11.
below Kevin.
I had Derek at 17.
I think we can all agree that Derek should be next at the
Yeah,
very least.
let's do Derek.
I'll do that. I have no problem with that.
Because
That's who
Derek,
I have next.
my favorite,
Sure. He's below Dylan for me, so let's get him in there.
my
It's about
favorite.
time.
That's agreeable. My favorite quote about Derek was like Tasha when like Derek first came out. She was like, "Derek's been on Paradise before. He got an engagement out of this, and now he's back. Derek is on my radar." And I'm like, "Wait, you're
showed up. He messed
the
up.
broken the guy who came on TV, ended in a horrible way, and then had this broken engagement as return for like sloppy seconds.
maybe
That's your
she's not
number
like.
one.
Maybe she's not thinking clearly with how hot it is in that turtleneck she's wearing for her dad.
Her poor dad. He asked one thing.
One thing.
That's funny. That it was funny of him to say. It's even funnier how opposite a direction she went.
Oh yeah. She went full
He's
Paradise.
like one-piece swimsuits and turtlenecks. She's not doing either of those things.
Definitely not. And you know what? God bless her.
My number 10 is someone I really like, but I don't think is going to do well. Is Wills.
Will's.
I have Wills
After
at
his swing
7.
and a miss, I have him now.
My thing about Wills, yeah, I rank him. I gave him extra points for like really trying.
He's
Like-
trying, but I just don't think
I
he's
don't-
going to last
this
past.
isn't his
It's a
show.
results-based industry, man. I don't give points for trying.
He's kind of like the Bibiana.
How can you say that you judge on results when we haven't even seen the result of the first week? We haven't even had a.
Well,
These
there's
are-
his
That's what
results-
power
we
rankings
haven't
are.
even had tribal
Yeah,
council
this
yet.
this
That's
is
what power
the end of
rankings
week
are.
1. Power rankings are week to week. How's someone doing? Will's crashed and burned.
Well,
I mean,
he tried one
hasn't.
girl,
Yeah, and failed. And that's the
That's
week.
true.
That's his week.
but the thing is, he's still in power. He's got a rose, so like
Right.
he's good until
he's
next
all-
week.
Well, by that logic, then all the girls are are lower than all the guys.
Well, I'm not saying that I rank Wills especially high. In fact, I have him at 7, so we're getting pretty close to
Yeah, I have him as 5, so I have him as highest.
Why? That's crazy.
Yeah, why do you like Will so much?
Just because he's like really out here genuinely trying to find someone. He showed the most emotion out of any person outside of Blake, who was doing it more for fear of his own reputation.
100%.
He had actual emotions that he was feeling of love, of loss, of grief, of hope.
So you're in
Someone died.
someone's intentions for you are criteria to be doing good at this show.
To
Yeah.
be doing Paradise
reasons,
right.
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like,
a part of it, but
I don't know.
There's a
I-
lot of
results-based industry.
I agree. I think, I mean, a sports team could be trying to do well. They're usually trying to do
yeah,
well.
yeah,
but
sure. Like they can be like
trash.
dead last in the league.
Yeah,
but
they're
charity-
trying.
Or
have
they
a
got
charity
great
thing.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if they had great chemistry, they
They're
would be
usually doing
trash.
pretty
He's
well,
your
yeah.
miscongeniality, is what I'm hearing. That he's
Everybody loves
he's
him.
a good
He's
guy.
great.
Everybody loves
and
Wills.
you think
I
a
love Wills.
miscongeniality wouldn't be in top 5?
No,
No.
Where
Hell
would
no.
a miscongeniality be?
it's
in
like a
pageant for you?
participation medal. It's like a non-applicable.
So at what point would she be behind
For me, she was at 13.
who?
Wills.
I think Wells is a good number 10 because he just
I'm
cracks the
comfortable with
top
him being
10
a
because we
little
like
higher.
him, but he's not really. I don't think he's going to go very
He did
far.
I
bad
don't
this
think so
week.
either,
I think
but-
I agree. He has
I mean,
great
maybe.
intentions, but he
That's
had a
fair,
bad
but
week.
can Dylan please be next? He's not doing well.
Yeah.
He cannot be
I think you're
ranked
going to eat
higher
crow.
It doesn't matter. It's
I
a
hope.
week-to-week rating system. It's only based on how they perform
that's-
this week.
And he's
That's fine.
killing it. He's with
I think
Anna.
he's killed.
I don't know.
I think
He
we
got
have
with a
diff-
girl who was
She's-
taken from him by every guy who wanted to.
But she kept coming back to him.
No one except for Wills.
Except for Blake. Seems like she's
We'll
into
see.
Blake.
We'll see.
That's how the
Ultimately,
week
like so
ended.
much of this world, our
That's fair.
differences come down to our philosophy on what's important here.
It just like feels like you're putting the bench higher than a bad player because at least they sat on the bench.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
don't
trying to
A
make a
bad
sports
player
for
that
you.
gets like playing time.
I'm saying like Dylan is a bench. He's just sitting there not doing a whole lot. He's just kind of existing. And Hannah keeps getting off the bench and going into the game with all these other players. And then when they're done, she goes back and sits on the bench and the bench smothers her. That's
But-
Dylan.
Right, but
and you think
she's awesome. And
Okay,
she
that's
keeps
what I'm
coming
saying.
back to
Though.
them.
So to
And
go
he has
back,
the best
rewind,
chance, and
guys.
he seemed-
Hit 15 seconds.
I think they have the best chances to be a couple of anyone there right now.
I'll say this.
That's how they've edited it.
We're talking about like the biggest factors in decision making. You want to know what my number one criteria is? Are you a huge fucking boner? And guess what? Dylan meets that criteria. So he's dead last for me, next to James.
I disagree. I don't think he's a boner, but how about let's indulge Ryan and put him at 9.
Is that where we're at? We're at 9.
Well, we're
Wells
at
is
10.
10. Wells is 10.
Will's 10. Dylan 9. Is that somewhere we're happy? We're okay
Fine.
to go.
Fine.
Sure. Do we have Derek in there yet? We did. Okay.
Kaylin, did we put her in? Oh, we did.
We need to put in. We need
We
to
put her
in.
low, but I didn't want to.
I think next.
I
is
want Nicole and
is
Katie
next.
off the board.
Yeah, I think they're next.
I have Nicole top 5.
I have her
I
as
have her at
11.
9.
I'll tell you why. She
She's
found
getting
Clay.
Clay. I agree, but I still think she's like pretty stinky. So I have her top 10, but not that high.
I didn't like how they tried to pitch her as like the new Ashley I
have-
like packing up her tissues.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just gonna cry so much. I'm the cry girl. It's like, no, you're not.
That's not a
Ashley I.
personality trait.
True. Neither is hot sauce.
Not a personality trait.
Katie and Nicole are my 8 and 9.
I have Katie at 9.
I have her at 8.
Katie was called baby by Kevin, so she can't be high up.
We should put her
We
next.
could put Katie next.
And then Nicole.
Well, what about
9?
Nicole.
I have Tasha at 10.
Oh no, I have Tasha at
I have
6.
Tasha like 4.
Well, I guess her stock is pretty high. A lot
Yeah.
of
I have
people seem
Tasha at
interested.
6.
I think same.
She's got a crack top 5.
I think she's
All right,
gorgeous.
Katie's number 8 then.
Same.
We're in agreement.
Katie's number 8.
I just feel like she's getting a
Is
weird
Nicole?
edit.
Oh yeah.
They're making her like into this like quirky thing, but it's like a bit.
I don't
Like,
know where.
it's
Yeah,
not
I don't
a
know where they're
bit.
going with her yet.
I don't get her whole thing.
Nicole is 7. I think we
Uh,
can agree on that. That she shouldn't be any higher than that. I don't think.
Is it Katie then Nicole?
Yeah. Oh, Katie's 8. We haven't decided on Nicole.
I would do
Um,
Nicole, and then I would suggest to go to probably Chris next. Would be
That's what I would
be
do.
my thought.
That's how mine goes.
I gotta put Hannah lower. Hannah's gotta be like here, man.
Hannah's
No.
14 for me. She was lower than Dylan.
She was 6 for me.
Why?
Dude, she's involved in a lot of drama, and she's dating Dylan.
She's not involved in any
not
drama.
Involved in any drama.
She's like the middle of.
She's the
of-
love
of-
quadrant.
not
She's
a- not a-
being pursued by 2 people.
Like 4 people.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
Yeah, but like
that makes her that
That
should
makes
just
her-
rise her stock.
That's Paradise Stock. That's what Paradise Stock is.
she's
an
but she
asset.
picked.
If you're a free
Dylan.
agent and you're getting pursued by like 8 different teams, that means you're pretty good.
Yeah, but you're pursued by 8 different teams, and you sign with like the Pistons.
That's
This is-
subjective.
this
This is an
That's
anti-Dylan
subjective,
thing.
though. Yeah,
this
it
is
is.
all an
Pistons fan?
anti-Dylan.
No.
I'm a Pistons fan, and nobody's a Pistons fan. That's why I root for him. They could use the help.
I think
That's
I
the
think,
only
I
thing
think
I know
Hannah
about
G. I
basketball.
won't settle for anything less than top 5 for Hannah G.
Yeah, agreed. 100%.
Based
She's
on-
my
You said
number.
the,
based
you said
on
the
what?
same thing with Dylan.
No,
No.
we ended
We
up
said we
settling.
had him top
We settled
5,
that at court.
but we can see. I will not. I will
Well,
not
then what
concede.
do we should
I
put
will not
Tasha at
concede.
7.
No.
Nicole over
Chris.
Yeah, for sure.
Nicole. Oh, Nicole first. Yeah, Nicole
Fine,
first.
I'll
7.
agree with Nicole.
And then I think Chris 6 and Tasha 5. That's
I agree.
that's where I go.
I agree. I think Tasha's
No,
top 5.
Bukowski is the puppet master this season, you guys. He's the Nick Viall. He's
You're
gonna be hanging
inventing
out.
a narrative for him that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I agree.
You're talking
We
about what
haven't
he's
got-
gonna
we
do.
He's like
he hasn't
think
done
about,
that yet.
He's
Think
like
about
this
how much.
guru.
Think about how much airtime between Tasha and Chris.
Yeah, but he was just cracking jokes and.
But
No one
Tasha's
wants
been on.
Chris except for Annalise.
Annalise
now.
doesn't get
But he's
him,
an
though.
asset.
And it's a week by week show.
Yeah, but it's an asset, and those
Tasha-
are the
I
goods.
think
and that
Tasha
stock
has
and
won
blah,
it
blah,
by
blah, and all the
airtime of
exact
both
same points
nights.
you've made for your cases.
What about Clay?
Top 5.
It's 6. We'll put him at 6.
I had him at 3.
You want Clay lower than Bukowski?
Yeah,
I want Clay higher than
I
lower
don't.
Bukowski.
Yeah, I don't. I think Clay is doing way better
Clay's,
than Bukowski.
Yeah, Clay's better than Chris.
All right, you're right.
for
You're
sure.
right.
So we're doing Chris at 6?
I can't picture Tasha top 5.
I do.
I had her at 6, but I'll put her higher.
It wouldn't kill me to swap those two, 6 and 5, but I do think Tasha is ahead of him.
Fine. Bukowski's 6.
And then Tasha's 5.
Tasha 5.
Tasha 5.
Tasha 5.
Now it's just
For me, it's Clay 4, Hannah
3.
3,
I agree.
Demi 2, JPJ 1.
I agree.
Hold up. I'm not caught up yet.
Casey and I have been on just the same page tonight.
That's because you guys are in love with Hannah and you cannot separate.
So is
Yeah.
everybody else on that show.
It's also like only like a small part of how this is going down. I just think she's winning. Like, you know what I mean?
agree.
She's got the most eligible bachelors there.
You think
interested
she's
in
getting
her.
engaged at the end of this?
No,
Yes.
I do
Well,
not.
I will say this.
I differ from him there.
Yeah. Yes.
All of the intros were very like memey, except hers was like, I really hope I can get a
she's
shot at
going
love.
all the way. She's going all the way, dude.
Well, I'm just saying that her intro was about like, I hope I can like it'll work for me this time, and
Yep.
so they definitely are giving her the edit of like Jade and Tanner.
I
Like,
even
they're giving
think,
her
though,
the arc.
I think it's irrelevant at this point. I think on this week she was killing it.
And honestly, I'll give it to her that she didn't have to be as honest with Dylan as she was, especially because
Yeah,
she wasn't
all right,
trying to
fine.
she wasn't trying to like end things with him. Like she was
No,
just
she
like,
kept
hey,
coming
I
back.
want to like
Yeah.
let you know.
But
that
every
this is
time-
going on.
Other guys are interested in me, and I'm not like totally against it. And that was dude, she's playing Paradise.
So okay,
I
okay.
guess, yeah,
top
I mean,
four we have in no particular order: JPJ, Demi, Clay, and Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
My thought is to put Clay 4 and Hannah 3.
3.
That would
Yep.
be my thought.
Okay, you feel good about that, Jake?
Sure.
I feel good about it.
Where do you do?
Would maybe switch Hannah and Clay, but I'm not willing to fight for it.
Well,
I am.
I'm willing.
You're willing to fight for it?
2v2?
Alex says he's willing to fight for
I'm
it
willing
for
to fight for
switching
it.
Clay and Hannah.
No, he's
And-
willing
and
to fight
I'll
on his
judge.
side, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, but that wouldn't be fighting for switching it like I said I would.
No, I'm
Wouldn't.
no, I want it. Hannah at 3, Clay at 4.
So you wouldn't either.
Hannah was like the non-Blake focus of the entire show this week.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
She's
Clay's
the Kendall
4.
Long.
Clay 4 is where I had Clay, so I'll take
Same.
it. He's a solid 4, top 5, tertiary. He's got some room for growth in the next couple weeks.
He's killing it. I'm not saying he's not killing it. I'm saying that just the top 3 has a couple like extracurricular things that for me
Yeah,
make
let's
them
throw another
really
white
exciting.
blonde in there.
Are you casting?
Yeah, what do you work for ABC?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Top 5
So
so
then our-
white.
No, we
Or no, top 3. Sorry, not top 5.
yeah, the top 3. Well, they're all blonde.
Who-
they're all
who's
They're
blonde.
all
five?
blonde.
Chris?
What?
Chris is 5?
He's 6.
Tasha's
five.
5.
Oh, Tasha's 5?
And number 1 overall, Chris Harrison.
Uh-huh.
Always doing
He's
better
S
than
tier.
everyone else.
Well, him and Wells, are slowly forming into one like super division of their own, a league of their own, if you will.
So there we got it.
Well, wait. So do we put Demi at the top or John Paul Jones?
John
at the
Paul-
top?
You
I
guys
thought we
made
agreed
it
at
clear
John Paul
you wanted
Jones.
It's
J-
3-1.
JPJ.
Yeah, JPJ is
JPJ's having the best time.
He
Yeah,
thanks
he's the
someone
only
while
one who
throwing
has a
up.
page
Yeah.
on our website, www.bitchboys.net/John Paul Jones.
Let me ask
No, I
you.
believe
Let me
it's
ask you guys.
/John Paul Jones.
Something like
I'm,
that.
I'm confident that's the domain.
Let me ask you guys a hard hitting question about JPJ though.
Let me just really quick plug that again.
Let me just really quick
Surprise
not.
plug www.batchboys.net/John-Paul-Jones. We're going to be updating that. Are we still doing it?
I don't know.
We're
I haven't
doing
been
it.
Told.
We have to now.
Mm.
You go, Case. What was the thing?
I have a question for you guys as staunch JPJ number 1 overall, people.
Sure, we have time.
I'm wondering, okay, say later in the season, JPJ has whatever's going to happen to him, which it will, and say it's like, not totally he comes out on top of it. How far do you bring him down?
It
I don't
depends on
think
what it is.
I don't
Why-
think getting broken up necessarily brings you down.
'Cause if
Because
you
what if you're the
handle it
good
well-
guy in the breakup?
Yeah.
or
No,
you
but like he's
handle it
obviously
well?
gonna be part of a huge fight, according to the previews.
I
I guess
think
what I'm
that's
saying
Dylan.
is, what does it take to knock JPJ off the top spot for you?
I guess
it can
we'll
happen.
find out.
Yeah,
Also-
It's a week-to-week thing, and
he's
blah,
not
blah,
immune.
blah.
He's the closest thing the franchise has ever had to immune, but
I'm
he's
just
not
saying,
immune.
he feels like Old Town Road to me. He feels like he's up at number 1. It's gonna be really tough to knock him off the block.
Well, it's week 1.
Oh, that's an interesting. No, I feel what you're saying.
You
well,
know
it
what I'm
hasn't
saying?
gotten knocked
He's
off
strong.
yet, and it broke records. So, and there's
Yeah.
been like too many remixes of it. I'm tired of it,
I just
and I'm not
think-
there with John Paul Jones.
I think
Well, it's week 1. We'll see.
Yes.
How many times is he getting remixed?
it looks to me like
Paul Jones.
you look like you think the fight is between
Juan
John
Paul
Paul
Jones.
Jones and Derek.
What?
That's
Oh,
what
yes.
he
the
thinks.
fight. I thought you meant the
Yes.
fight for number
I
1.
think it's
No,
like
no, no.
Dylan
Nope.
and Blake
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
Dylan and whoever else is
They
pursuing
don't seem
Hannah.
like
Right.
fist fighter. That doesn't seem like a fist.
Dude,
fighter.
There's
I mean,
two
if you look at
fights.
the video, it's definitely Dylan.
There are
like,
two
rewind
fights.
and pause it.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Paul Jones and Derek get into a verbal fight, but that physical fight that like the
Right.
security is on, I
Is
think that's
Dylan.
Dylan
It
and
is
someone
Dylan.
who's pursuing Hannah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think it's Dylan and someone
God, I hope
gonna
it's
freak
not
out.
Dylan and Hannah.
Oh,
Jeez.
I hope so too.
get over here!
Watch your back.
Jeez, Hannah, take it easy on Dylan. Yeah, she would like beat up on him for smothering her. He's like so smothery. I'm glad we ranked him low. He just like crowds her space and he says weird things.
I think for me next week, I would not be surprised to see him drop in like the bottom 7 or 8 for me. But for this week, I had my reasons. But you're right, he's on a downward turn. He's
I don't
he's
think so.
awkward
His
and
prospects
unfortunate.
aren't. I'm not sold on the prospects, and I think
I
he's
am.
top 10. Top 10 was a fine agreement. I think that's fair. So I think we don't have time to review it right now. And unfortunately, it means we have to skip Jed.
Unfortunately.
But we will be posting our power rankings on batchboys.net. So be sure to check it out. Tell your friends. Follow us on Instagram. Donate at batchboys.net/Fahim. And make sure you go onto the site. Because we're doing all this stuff. I swear to God, we're doing all this stuff. It's happening. We got a late night ahead of us here at the Batch Boys Estate. So with that, I'm Ryan S.
I'm KCS.
I'm Jake C.
I'm Alex F.
And I freaking love Paradise, man. This is the
Yeah.
best. This was a fun way to do this. And actually, let us know. Give us feedback. Like, comment on Instagram, comment on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, however you listen.
Yeah,
Like,
who are your top 3s? Tell
Well,
us about your top 3s.
tell us about
Yeah.
your top threes,
Tell us
but
your
also
threes.
tell us.
know your bottom threes.
Let us know your ranks.
I want to
and-
know 7 through
Hashtag
9.
tell us your tops.
Show us your threes. Show us your threes.
And let us know what you think of this system. I'm curious because this was a big format change for us. So let us know what you thought of it.
Show us your threes.
And share your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. So, and we'll shout you out. Right Bridge, right Claire K, right Paul T. You know, those are regular characters on this show. We'll see you next week on the island of Mexico.